Howdy, friends. I am Hank Hill, and this is Dark Side's Couch.
Welcome to Apocalypse, Mr. Mannheim.
Who are you?
Your new lord and master. You may call me Dark Side.
Welcome back to Dark Side Couch, Bummers. It's your favorite Magniconte kicking off this episode of Kickers Inc. I'm Shée.
This is James.
This is Mike. That was great.
Thank you.
I knew Mike would love that one.
James liked it too.
Look how far we've come though. I remember when Shée hated us doing the Magniconte impression, and now she's requesting to do it for her birthday.
I didn't request anyone to do the Magniconte
You requested us to do the entire.
Shée.
You requested we do the entire episode in the Hank Hill Magniconte voice.
I'll tell you what, Shée, you're going to have the happiest birthday you've ever had.
I regret everything.
You know what I have to say? I actually lost. I was building the Stream Deck file for this, and because I kind of did it, 20 minutes ago, I didn't realize that some of the file, I know I've got them backed up somewhere, but my primary files were all corrupted, so I lost some of my Magniconte files, including the actual file I have of Hank Hill saying Magniconte.
Oh no!
I've got a couple. I've got a couple left. I've
good.
got this that Art sent us. Our buddy Art Parker sent us this a while ago. Maybe I'll pop this at the very front of the podcast or something.
Howdy, friends. I am Hank Hill, and this is Dark Side's Couch.
Love it.
As long as we can still have that one.
Well, I got that, and of course I got this actual one that Mike Judge recorded.
You need to listen to Alex Jones.
You do.
And I've got this one that I made a while ago.
Those dang comic books are rotting your brains, Bobby.
Yeah, they are.
Those are what I got. And I've got some other actual Hank Hill ones too, because you gotta have that ready to go.
Yeah.
I guess we should explain what the hell we're doing and why we're talking about Hank Hill so much.
Before the show started, we were all like, "Oh, you guys ready? Yep, I'm ready." We're all nice and friendly, and then James was like, "Okay, here we go," and then quietly he goes, "Don't fuck this up."
You do not fuck this up.
And I thought that was the funniest thing.
You did.
It's how I like to give people a little goose right out of the gate and get them in the right mood, right frame of mind. Well, what we're doing here, it's Shay's birthday soon.
Birthday.
Shée is graduating college.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have her first big adult job coming up.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday.
Work at the donut factory. And
I love donuts.
Just like everyone else.
just like that's what everyone does when they get out of college. They work at the donut factory.
It's like some countries have military service. In America, you have to work at a donut shop.
Yep. Some of us never quit. Some of us are just there for the rest of our lives.
If it was good enough for my dad, it's good enough for me.
He made the shit out of those donuts. No. So Shée wanted to do an issue of Kickers, and I guess we'll explain Kickers in a minute. The last time we did Kickers was actually before the last time we did a Shée birthday episode. We did Barbie for Shay's birthday last year, and the episode before that was the last Kickers issue we did.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
So I don't know. It's just something about the time of year, I guess. It's that time of year.
Serendipitous.
Well, Thanksgiving and football and...
I love Thanksgiving.
No, you don't. You eat the same. You don't like the benefit of Thanksgiving is spending time with loved ones, which you don't like to do, and eating food, which you also don't like to do unless it's rice or eggs.
Oh, I don't eat rice. That's the second time today you've accused me of eating rice. I have no rice in the house. It takes too long to prepare.
Ah! Okay.
You can get those bags of instant rice that are already made.
All I gotta do is thaw the mixed bag of vegetables. Good enough.
Well, what's the allure of Thanksgiving then?
Because I get to eat what I don't normally eat.
Oh, it's a cheat day.
Yeah, it's a cheat day. It's a big cheat. I'm just gonna have pie and all kinds of stuff. Poontang pie.
Ugh.
Well, it is the cheating day. It's the day for cheating.
That's what we need for the soundboards. The Rock saying poontang pie.
Is that the Rock's? I'm sure the Rock's been trying to live that down. I don't remember him saying.
No, I bet you he hasn't.
That's his main thing.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't either.
One of the Rock's catchphrases was that he likes to eat pie, and his favorite kind of pie is poontang pie.
Jesus Christ, that guy's come a long way.
He was just on Joe Rogan, and both of them were treating it like it was a meeting of the minds. It was fucking hilarious.
I don't think he would ever. I don't think he would
These
say
two
that
fucking
again.
goobers.
Two guys who think they're a lot smarter than they are.
Yes, I like to gym too.
Yeah, should mostly just be talking about head shaving tips and.
Dude, it's
lifting.
great. Like The Rock and Joe Rogan are talking about how like world issues like
Oh my God.
like they're gonna do it. Maybe The Rock is running for president. Maybe that was just like to get us used to it.
At this point, sure, whatever.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'll vote for The Rock. I don't care.
His vice president should be Chewy Garcia.
I don't hate The Rock. He's not.
I
He
don't
doesn't
either.
seem like a bad guy. He doesn't seem like a human being anymore. He seems like he's more of an industry than a person. But I don't hate him.
I'm sure he plays ball though. Like if
Yeah.
like the higher ups are like, hey, if you want
Yeah.
to keep being a movie star, you have to do this. And he'd be like, yes, sir. I'll do whatever it takes to succeed.
Well, for a while there, like it was kind of the other way around because he was franchise Viagra, and he would just dip into a franchise. They would become $1 billion franchise, and then he would just bounce. But that doesn't work anymore. He can't
And
do that
now we're just
anymore.
tired of his ass.
Now we're just tired of it, and he can't act. So we're kind of like, well, you gotta transition into something, bro. Like
I think he should go back to pro wrestling.
he doesn't wrestle anymore ever. I thought he
No.
still popped in from time to time. No.
I thought he popped in because of the strike.
Oh yeah,
that was
didn't-
John Cena.
Oh,
No,
And John Cena's a lot younger than The Rock.
I thought The Rock popped in and like exploited the end of the strike or something like that.
No.
Well, The Rock, I think, also gave like millions of dollars to support people who were out of work during the strike as well. So, whatever. More than I did.
Yeah.
I didn't do shit.
Well, you raised money for autism research.
I did. Actually, you know what? I do want to mention that. I normally mention this at the end of the episode, but I don't think anyone makes it that far. If you did donate to the OR fundraiser, we're going to be sending some little things out. So send it. If you didn't give us your address when you did that, and I know some of you didn't, you give us your address. We'll give you something. We're going to give you something. Like,
Yeah,
it's fine.
give me your address.
On the socials.
we promise we won't give it to Mike.
Yeah, yeah. You can bypass Mike. You can on any of the socials. You can give us your address. You don't have to just be generous just to be generous. You can get something out of it. You don't have to be too good for it. You don't have to be so mod. You know what? I take it back. I don't want your address. Fine, that's it. You don't get it. You don't get anything now. That's it. That's you just cheat yourself out of a gift.
Are you trying to do reverse psychology?
No, but I am prone to rampant dramatic mood swings. So by the time you actually hear this, I
Based.
probably changed my mind again. So actually do send in your address. So try to send out a couple fun things. So we've got some stuff going, and yeah, we'd like to say thank you to those of you who were generous enough to donate. So you can accept a little something back, a little scratch on the back. All right.
Happy birthday, Shea.
Thank you.
And it's Shay's birthday. So Kickers Incorporated. Shay, do you want to explain? Should I explain? Does anyone want to explain, one, what Kickers Incorporated is real quickly, and two, what the hell we're doing, or should I do that?
I'm not good at explainer.
I'll do
and
it.
So yeah.
Yeah, let Mike do it. Fuck it.
Do it. So, Kickers Incorporated is a Marvel New Universe comic book, which was their attempt at kind of changing things up for Marvel Comics. It didn't work. And they created this team called Kickers Incorporated, which were like an A team, but they were also NFL football players for the New York Smashers. Their
Right.
quarterback and captain is a man named Magniconte, a 50-year-old steroid user
No.
who sometimes takes the team out to be mercenaries and war criminals.
No. You're being ignorant. You're being ignorant there. He's not on steroids. If he was on steroids, wouldn't it conflict with the secret muscle pills that his brother gave him all these years ago?
Oh yes,
Like,
the
he
secret
couldn't-
muscle pills. Of
They
course.
would be a conflict with the steroids. So clearly he's not on steroids.
Yeah, why would he be on steroids? He's been taking secret muscle pills this whole time.
Yeah, he doesn't need them. His secret muscle pills are all he needs. That's Jack, Mr. Magnificent Magniconte, who we've decided that sounds like Hank Hill.
Because of Wimatanye. That's why.
So
Because it was that episode where like Bobby was a scout, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Order of the Straight Arrow, is that
Yep.
what they were called?
yeah, something
Yep.
like that.
And they
yeah.
took him out to
Shea knows.
It was snipe hunting.
snipe hunting. I don't know what Wimatanye was, but as I
It was.
remember,
He went to John Rudcorn and asked him for some Native American
They were just trying to find
ceremonial whatever.
Right. They
I
were trying to
can't think of.
exploit Native American rights and rituals by telling
Yes,
the
thank
kids,
you.
like, before and after you say anything, you have to say Wimatanye.
And that's
it's
not
just-
even the
yeah.
correct pronunciation of it.
Wimatanye. What is the correct
will
pronunciation?
you boys
Shane?
shut the hell
I
up?
don't remember.
I remember that because the kids were all just saying Wimatanye over and over again.
Well, because they decided to play the license plate game. And so they all kept saying Wimatanye, I say Texas.
Yeah. And they were all Texas.
I remember my dad telling me to shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing he's ever said to me.
That's what fathers do. I can't wait to say shut the hell up to my own child.
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm trying to nap. It's 3 PM. I got that.
I
all
need
the
you to
time.
be good at sports, son.
No, my father didn't follow sports at all. He didn't care about sports at all. Did your dad care about sports, Mike?
Yes, because
Shée?
he knew. Hey, my dad knew his children were weird, so he tried to make us do the most normal things he could think of, which was play sports.
No, didn't work. Didn't work. Shée, is your dad into sports? Was he a sportsman, sports swain?
I think he played basketball.
Really? Interesting.
But I don't remember him really following anything.
Yeah.
We watched wrestling for a while.
Yeah, base
Nice.
dad, base Shay's dad.
That is base behavior, yeah. All right, yeah. I didn't give a shit about sports, but I do give a shit about comic books. So I guess this was kind of aimed at me.
I like sports and comic books.
Yeah, well, there you go. So the Kickers Incorporated, aside from Jack Magniconte,
Magniconte.
there's such... Oh, God. Happy birthday, Shée.
I wish you could see my face.
Magniconte. Well, you could if you turned on your camera, but...
No, I can't angle my camera. I can't angle the
Okay.
computer correctly enough to actually.
No, because Shay's in a supine position.
So it's great because like it's Shay's birthday comic and it says hijack, and James and I have just hijacked Shay's birthday episode with Wimatanya.
Well, Shée knew this was going to happen. We could have done another Barbie episode, and that would have been great, too.
Yeah, right. I finally saw that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's better than I thought it was going to be, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
This cover, it looks like it's in a blimp. I really
Yeah.
want it to be in a blimp.
Well, it might be in a blimp.
Let's find out if it's in a blimp.
Well, we don't know yet because we always read these out of order, okay? And we have not looked at them until we're recording them. We haven't looked at anything but the cover, and I looked at some of the credits. That's it. We haven't looked at the rest of this book yet.
Correct.
Okay? So we don't know anything
I'm
about
pretty
this.
sure one time Shay did.
I did. I accidentally confused it, and I read that instead of like the
Flash.
Daredevil comic. Or
No,
Flash.
it's the Flash.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was the one with his
that.
broken leg on the cover.
Look at me
Not only-
remembering the past episodes.
You're right.
Truly.
Dead on. Not only did you read the wrong issue, you read an issue you weren't supposed to read at all.
Yeah. But then the next week, I read the Flash issue, and I talked about that while you guys continued talking about
Kickers or something.
Kickers.
Why do people think this show is too complicated?
I don't know. It doesn't seem complicated to
This
me,
seems
bro.
pretty straightforward to me.
All I gotta do is turn on my computer and press record. Done.
So that's what happens when we do this, and I'll try to tighten it up because in the edit I'll have to try to tighten it up a little bit because we're obviously looking at this the first time. So if the edit's a little janky at times, it's because I'm cutting out all the uhs and ahs to try to figure out what's going on in the fucking story.
we could just not figure it out at all. Just make snap judgments about what's going on.
Well, I think that's kind of how we've been doing it. I want to do a quick roll call. We got outside of Mr.
We already
Magniconte.
introduced ourselves.
No, the fucking kickers, bro.
The kickers / the smashers.
I was making a joke.
You're high. That's what's happening.
Let us know when you're done making that joke, by the way.
Oh, zing!
Happy birthday, Shea.
Fucking birthday.
You know, it's actually not. Your birthday is still a couple weeks
Happy
away.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Those my Twitch followers all know to say happy birthday to people.
Happy birthday.
That's our thing.
And say it like this.
That's the thing I created. Me and VJ Pcat just saying happy birthday to people for no reason.
Wimatanya, happy
It's the
birthday,
dumbest,
Shea.
most fun
Wimatanya.
game to play.
That sounds really good.
Chat.
Sounds really good.
Because sometimes it is actually someone's birthday, and then it's like
They feel special.
10 times the happy birthdays instead of the normal amount.
It's a decade's worth of happy birthdays.
Yeah, what if someone shows up and it actually is their birthday, or but it always was someone's birthday and it always will be again?
You're never that far away from a birthday.
And I'm high.
I'm
and
pretty high
Shea's-
too. I've been eating these Mike Tyson gummies. Like they're 20
Yeah.
milligrams. I just been popping them like vitamins.
Yeah. Well, that is the new vitamin under Joe Biden's America.
Wait, how do you eat vitamins?
Just pop them in my mouth.
You pop them in your mouth. You have a good
Yeah,
time
you have a
with them.
men's daily multi-mineral, multivitamin tablet.
But how many do you take at once?
Oh, just
'Cause it sounds
one.
like you're eating those like a
Well, I
candy.
should have said candies.
Yeah.
Shit, you don't know shit about Centrum Silver. What a bizarre insult.
I got that.
That's probably something Magniconte would preach about.
Magniconte knows because he has AARP.
He has AARP.
Like it's a disease.
Do you think it's a disease? Do you think it's his wrist gets
You
a
become
little...
65 and you're like, oh no, I've caught AARP.
His knuckles are seizing up a little bit. It's uncomfortable to write because he's got AARP. Jesus Christ.
We're so close, James, you and I.
I think medical science is going to keep me from aging.
Me
any
too.
further. I
I'm
think
pretty
I've gone
sure
as far
that
as I
I'm
wanna
going to be
go.
young again.
Yeah, I seem to be going. My metabolism seems to be speeding up.
I'm gonna ask them to change this. It's because you exercise constantly.
I don't. Not enough.
I was just
Never
talking about-
enough.
I was telling that to streamer Crackmother. Go check out Crackmother on Twitch.
Why wouldn't
she has
I?
an exercise stream, and I kept telling every time she says like, "Oh, I feel bad for eating chips," it's like you work out on
Yeah.
the internet constantly.
Dude, it's a big motivator to get in the gym. Is just look at all that ice cream I can eat if I go to the gym. Look at all this ice cream. Look at all the moose tracks I ate last night.
Once a month, I will order a large pizza and eat it by myself.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Moose Tracks ice cream is fucking based as shit. Well done, sir.
Well,
on your,
actually-
on your excellent taste in ice cream.
I'll give it to you. Shea and I went to Target last night to go get ice cream. I was just going to get some busted ass vanilla and chocolate, and Shea said
you
Moose
suck.
Tracks.
Yeah, Shea, happy birthday, based birthday, Shea, for
Happy
picking
based
Moose
day.
Tracks. The most delicious ice cream you can get.
Well, there you go. Shea steered me right. I am going to say
James,
the
you're
rest.
a fucking vanilla ass white boy is what you are.
Vanilla.
You got no chocolate.
All right, I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, I don't want to divulge my entire past dating history, but I had quite a bit of chocolate. That's all I'll say. Secondly,
You need the kazoo or something.
oh yeah, I got the kazoo sitting around here somewhere. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta do the. Yeah, it's also Shea's birthday, so we got this little party
Shea's
blower.
base day. Yeah. No.
Birthday Shea.
I was going to put some chocolate syrup and some maraschino cherries in there. I was making a whole thing of it, you know.
Dude, you just buy it as is. Add
Well,
more
when I-
shit to it now? You're overcomplicating your ice
when
cream.
it was going to be vanilla and chocolate, when it was going to be simple, I was going to dress it up a little bit. It's called cooking.
Why would you do that when they make 1,001 different flavors?
Holy shit. This is almost literally what my father yelled at me for as a kid, for putting chocolate, what do you call it? Chocolate syrup on vanilla ice cream.
Just get chocolate ice cream.
Wow. You need to figure out where my father is, because I don't know, and go hang out with him.
He's
Might
right.
be Mike's father.
He's right.
Oh my God.
No, my
Wilford
dad.
Brothers.
My
No.
dad is a sweets connoisseur.
Yeah.
Like, my dad will get the Moose Tracks and put chocolate syrup on it. My dad.
I did it.
My dad quit smoking when he was like 70.
Yeah.
After smoking his entire life, and now like all I see him eat is sugar and drink Coca-Cola.
Nice.
I never see him eat real meals except for like Thanksgiving and Christmas.
You got to. He probably wouldn't get along with my father.
No,
Yeah, he'd be fighting.
not at all. My dad would think he's a goofball, as my dad would say.
He's not entirely incorrect. I'm going to get through this roll call of the Smashers. The rest of the team, Darlene Magniconte, Mr. Magniconte's
Darling.
Darlene. Her name, she goes by Doll. Okay, so if we say Darlene or Doll, that's her.
I bet there's a really kick-ass country song about a girl named Darlene.
Darlene.
There has to be, right?
Yeah, in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
Oh, thank
yeah?
you, Shay. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Shay. There's Buford Wall, known as Brick Wall. He's on the team as well. And lastly, there's Thomas Smythe, who goes by Suicide, and he's called Suicide because he's clinically depressed, and the team gave him that nickname to mock him the time he attempted to take his own life.
That's what you do. That's what you did back in the day.
It was the 80s. Everybody was insecure with their sexuality, and so we would just mock people for their shortcomings.
Yeah, don't be a pussy.
Hey, Suicide, you about to go to therapy? You about to go work on yourself?
He goes, nah, I think I'm going to let you take me on another fucking death mission in the jungle,
Well, I guess
Magniconte.
so people, if you haven't heard this before, there's probably like, well, you're probably thinking like, well, hang on, are they like neighborhood helpers or are they toppling South American drug empires? The answer is both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
the answer is yes.
Yep.
Yes. So to put this in a little bit of context, we've previously looked at issues 7, 10, 8, and 2 in this order. We're looking at 6 today. And a little bit of context, this issue, so issue 6 is right before Clown Time is Over, our first Kickers adventure where the
Cocaine.
Kickers, they infiltrated a circus or some shit, like a coked up circus.
Every episode involves cocaine, whether they explicitly say it or not.
And this is several issues after they helped an old woman figure out who was destroying her rose garden. Spoiler, it was a giant robot.
It was a robot. That
was a
robot
giant-
fucked up that rose garden.
A giant fucked up a rose. So I also want to mention the context of that. So they went on in issue 2, they went on a national television show. They went on Johnny Carson. A pro-level NFL team went on Johnny Carson, said, hey, we free of charge are giving away our services for whatever you would like. And then the next day, they're like amazed when one person calls them and it's an old lady calling about her rose garden. Like, their phones should have been melting down. And this is what they got. They got one old lady calling because a robot destroyed her rose garden.
The writers of this comic probably aren't used to people calling them. They're like, the phone never rings.
Yes. If you're lucky, you go on Johnny Carson, you get one phone call the next day.
Okay, guys, here's my idea. Kickers Incorporated go on Johnny Carson to talk about their new business as superheroes. And when they get home, the phone is just blowing up. He goes, the phone doesn't fucking ring, you idiot.
It would melt if it rang. It can't handle all the heat and the vibration.
Fake news.
Sit down.
Yeah, Kickers is also known as having they're known for having a very tumultuous, artistic, and creative background. Over the course of the 12 issues, they had something like 8 different writers and 15 different artists or something like that. So got kicked around a lot. People
Pretty
didn't
interesting it
necessarily wanna
lasted
do it.
that long. 12 issues. Pretty good.
Jim Shooter wanted to make this work. Jim Shooter, editor-in-chief of Marvel at the time, was like, no, this is going to work. This is going to be cool. And he forced it, but yeah, it never took off. But I'm sure it's brilliant. We just haven't experienced it properly, and I'm sure we're gonna see how brilliant it is when it starts to congeal after we look at this one.
Let's do it.
This is Kickers Inc., issue 6, 1986, a book called Out of the Blue, even though it says hijack on the cover, whatever. Written by Terry Cavanaugh and Ron Altaville. Altaville took 2 of them. Art by Ron Wiggum, and Tony DeZuniga, who co-creator of Jonah Hex, working on the art here. Yeah, we love Jonah Hex. And we're looking at this for the first time. And
When you said we love Jonah Hex, there's some listener going, they do?
I love Jonah. I think he's a cool character.
When have they ever said that? We like him.
We did a Jonah Hex issue before. I think we enjoyed it. I like the character.
We
I think he's
did
a cool character.
the Jonah Hex Mad Max comic book that they did.
Oh, you know what? I think we might have done 2 then. But yeah, we definitely did the one where when he was thrown into the future.
Yeah, I was about to say there was time travel in one. Yeah.
Yeah. At one point he got thrown into the future. At some point he had mystical powers. There's a lot of different things they've done with him. Most of them not great, but at its core, he's a cool character. I like Jonah Hex.
Yeah, me too.
Cool fucked up design.
Mm-hmm.
I like grotesqueries. You know?
Me too.
So on the cover here, look at
Because I'm a boy.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Boys
A
like
real
grotesque
boy.
things, and they should.
I like comic books and sports and cars.
It really feels like they were just like, let's just throw things people like in a book, and it'll work. And it did. And like, I can't blame them for thinking that would work. But man,
Yeah, why not? You gotta try.
Yeah, you got to try. You didn't. It's better than what you all did,
Yeah, nothing.
listeners. What kind of comics did you put out?
Yeah, they didn't.
Huh?
They didn't. But you know what? They didn't put out nothing.
They didn't put out shit. They didn't even put out their. They didn't even slide into our DMs and put out their addresses so that we can send them weird things in the mail.
Yeah, and their kids' school schedules.
Yeah, we just want to know. We just want to know. Like it's not weird. We're your favorite podcast. We just want to know what's going on with you.
I was just
Stop
waiting
being weird about it.
I was like, I wonder if Shay's gonna play along.
You made it strange.
Yeah.
Sorry, I care about the children's future.
I really care about those children.
If I'm in the neighborhood, maybe like you need someone to help pick them up, something like that. You know, I can help out.
I'm a
good
neighborhood
guy.
friend to children.
Yes. I got a nice windowless van. They love
They
it.
love me.
You pick up kids in a windowless van, it keeps their eyes on their homework, so they're not being distracted by things outside the windows.
Stop making it weird.
Just be cool with it. Everybody just be cool. Why is nobody cool about this?
You're right. I will.
Calm down. All right, on the cover here, we've got, it's either inside of a blimp or it's inside of a plane, but the pilot here is definitely packing. Look at it. Look at his.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Look at that. Nice penis.
It's a
Good
shame.
for him if he lives, because he's being shot.
So it looks like here we
Oh,
have
that's not the pilot.
that's the co-pilot.
Oh, fuck him. We don't need him.
That's the co-pilot, but like it's weird because the co-pilot was staying up and Magniconte was sitting in the co-pilot's chair.
So Magniconte, I'm guessing, was riding, and he, like a little child, requested that he sit in the pilot seat. Or the
That's
co-pilot
exactly what I thought.
seat. And then they let him up there. They gave him the little wings that they pin onto his jacket. And then somebody decided to shoot the co-pilot.
Magniconte is voiced by Mike Judge, but he's judged,
Judge. Singular
but
judge.
he's played by John Cena.
Okay, sure. So he's physically John Cena
Yeah, he's John Cena with the voice of Mike Judge.
in a white wig.
I don't think John Cena.
What
No.
do you think then, tough guy?
I'm still thinking.
In fairness, we do cast John Cena or The Rock as pretty much every character.
What? There's no one else.
They are the best among us.
Everyone else is just too dinky. They're so
little
small,
tiny
they're
guys.
barely men.
The tiny little dudes.
Normal-sized men aren't men.
Normal men.
I don't know, like
please.
Jason Statham with a wig.
Hey, the Stafe.
He'd play a different football though.
So,
Oh yeah, we'd call it soccer. He would sign on thinking that he was going to play his version of football, and then be very disappointed when he found out he's playing shitty American.
That'll be our kicker's movie.
Oh, that Statham is very
Jason
upset. That
Statham thinks he's playing soccer, but he's not.
Oi!
What kind of football is this? Look at the shape of their ball. I've never seen such a thing. A fish out of water tale starring Jason Statham. Adam Sandler is the coach.
Coach Kirby is his name, actually. A little nod to Jack Kirby.
But he's in drag. He's playing his sister
course.
from that movie.
Yeah, it's a crossover from the what was that movie called?
sequel.
Jack and Jill?
Yeah, it's a sequel to Jack and Jill is the coach of the Kickers.
People love cinematic universe. This is
Wow.
the kick in the ass that the MCU needs.
You're really putting a hat on a hat there.
Look. And the MCU just put out like the most unsuccessful comic book movie of all time. With
What
the
they
Marvels.
really what?
The
What'd they put
Marvels. It's the Marvels. It's doing poorly.
And
to
it's
say the
about
least.
Billy Batson and the
No,
orphans?
that's DC.
But they're the Marvels.
Yeah, well,
They're the
not
Marvel
anymore.
family.
They're the
Yeah.
Shazambly. No,
That's
no,
their
it's-
failures. They didn't put them in the movie.
Yeah, they should have gotten them over there. No, it's Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and Monica Rambeau.
Oh, that didn't do well? That's so surprising.
Yeah. Well, the fact is, it's not surprising that it didn't do well, but maybe they shouldn't have spent $250 million on it to try and force it to do well. So
That shit ended when they did Endgame. That was
People
it.
are-
That was the end of the Marvel Universe. You don't need to do
Yeah.
any more after that.
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot I could say about that because it's just fascinating to watch because they got themselves in this big multiverse. The multiverse saga, 3 phases of the multiverse, and people are already sick of the multiverse. But they got like 20 more movies lined up about the multiverse. What are you gonna do?
I just watched
Oops.
season 2 of Loki. It was great.
That was the one thing that people said is still pretty good. Everything else is kind of.
My favorite Marvel things are Loki and Legion.
Well, so that's my thought. Is like let's get kickers out there.
Yeah, might as
Maybe
well, right?
that's
I
the
think
kick in
Kickers
the
would
ass
do
they
better
need.
than the Marvels. Lame.
Yeah, sure. Who wouldn't relate to Magniconte? Who
It
doesn't
was
relate
crazy.
to a
They take a
50-year-old man
character
on
like
steroid
Ms.
pills?
Marvel, right? And they have her in a sexy outfit. This is the reason why people like her. And then they're like, let's put her in a movie and not make her sexy.
I think you're thinking of Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel is a very young
Ms. Marvel
woman.
is Captain Marvel. It's the same character.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Miss Marvel is a different person with different power
I'm
set.
talking about Ms. Marvel, who's now Captain Marvel. But in the 90s, she was Ms. Marvel, and she had like a
Right.
sexy black outfit.
Well, that's not the one they're using. They're using this lady.
Who the
Using
fuck
this
is
version.
that?
This is Miss Marvel.
No,
she's been Miss
she's
Marvel.
not.
She's
Miss
been Miss
Marvel's-
Marvel for like 15 years.
No, Ms. Marvel she wears like a black domino mask, and she's got like a black outfit,
Look.
and she can fly. That's the lady Rogue took her powers from. Was from
You-
Ms. Marvel.
You don't get to decide what the Marvel publishing history
What
was.
the fuck is this? It's like Mr. Fantastic, but a little girl. Is this Mr. Fantastic's kid?
Yeah, she's got. Well, no, but she does have like sizey, like fist powers. She's
What
big.
the fuck?
Keeping up, I see.
So lame.
Point is, let's just get the kickers in there. Come on.
Was
Let's
that
just see
them?
the
Was that
kickers.
them? Just like we need a little girl character.
I don't know, man.
Why didn't
Look,
they do the power pack if they wanted to have a bunch of kids?
Why didn't they do the power pack? I don't know, man.
That would make money, right? Power pack movie? Make it CGI like the people who made the Spider-Man movies?
Oh well. Oh, the multiverse ones. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, have them make a power pack movie. That would sell.
Well, I guess the behind the scenes of making those Spider-Verse movies has been grueling and abusive and unpleasant. So maybe we shouldn't be making movies like that right now.
Well, I
until
mean,
we figure that out.
it's like having a job.
Yeah, okay.
All jobs are bad.
all jobs are great. That's what we say here on Dark Side Couch.
I don't. All jobs
Everything
are
is-
bad.
everything
Let's
is
just devolve into a hunter-gatherer society.
All right. Speaking of devolving, we're going to read this comic book now.
Have
So let's get
fiction.
started. Let's see how this is going. We open up with Coach Kirby, who does look like Jack Kirby, except he looks like a stereotypical Jersey mafioso guy.
Oh, and played by Adam Sandler dressed as a woman.
Played by Adam Sandler dressed as a woman,
No.
channeling Jack Kirby.
Don't start with it, Mike. We got to at least get through a couple pages before you start just completely bullshitting.
Okay, I surrender.
I mean, I didn't hear Jonathan Frakes say anything, but okay. So he's yelling, where the fuck is Jack Magniconte?
Magniconte. Everyone says it that way too. It's like a disease.
Yeah, they have to stop.
AARP.
They have to stay. Yeah, the AARP got them all, and they have to pronounce it as.
Does it say it's December?
It does say December 14th, 1986. Yes.
So we're close.
Yeah, we're
pretty close.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah, I would have been 3 years old too. Best time of my life. Really the highlight. Everything's coming downhill since then.
Now, a lot of great stuff happened in 1983.
Yeah, I was born.
I think some of the Ghostbusters came out.
Born.
I think
born
that's
in
when
the
Ed Gein died.
Yeah, Ed Gein, we
That
killed
might
him.
have been 84.
We killed him with our births.
I think maybe Born in the USA came out.
Yep.
So there we go. That's pretty
That's
good.
what you and I did.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, that was about us. It was about
But
us.
this is Shay's birthday.
Happy birthday, Shea.
Thank you.
You know, if you could have just been born in 1983, Shea, this would be a lot easier. But
If
you
I
had
could
to be
have been
born
in the USA, it probably would have been a lot easier.
Oh yeah, you weren't born in the USA. Springsteen probably hates you.
Yeah, I heard he does.
Hey.
Now
I
we
heard
actually
I heard we found out you were going to be at the show, and he threatened to not play.
He looked at me.
he
looked
did.
at you
I
and
was
said-
gonna say.
he spit at you. Goes, fucking foreigner.
No.
But then foreigner, the band is behind you.
Yes, I do have to say. In fairness, yes, he did look at her, but then a moment later, a guard pulled her out of the crowd and tossed her out. No. Bruce Springsteen looked at Shea and then gave her his number.
He got hard. He got visibly erect.
I was excited for both of them.
And he's an older gentleman, so it was a big deal. So he stopped the show to thank her.
It was, and he showed it off. He flapped it around a little bit. He let everybody see it.
No, I saw the Bruce Springsteen, and the Bruce Springsteen looked at me.
There's a Simpsons. So Shea, you guys maybe didn't see, but I put a Simpsons reference counter in the last episode. In the video of the last episode. I'm not doing it again this week.
All right.
So
What
you
did
can
we
make
get
your
to?
Simpsons references.
I don't watch the video usually.
We got to 8. We got to 8.
Oh,
Eight's
that's
pretty good.
honestly lower than I figured.
Had I been consciously thinking about it, I could have got that shit up to 20. But it was just naturally occurring 8 references.
All right. So, yeah, the coach is wondering where the fuck is Magnaconte?
Where is he? Where's Magniconte?
Titled Out of the Blue, which is weird because the title of the cover says hijack.
Yep, it does. But that was just a comic book thing.
And we see the New York Smashers t-shirt is metal as fuck.
Yes, so their logo is like it's got kind of like a jagged thrash metal 80s band kind of logo look to
Yes,
it.
it
Pretty
does.
cool.
All the music I liked in high school.
Yes. We'll get
Hey,
you one of these
James.
shirts. Yeah.
Real fast, can you make that bigger at all?
What do you think
Thank
this is? A Bruce Springsteen concert?
Ah!
Okay.
Here the coach is wondering why Magniconte isn't around. I have a football team to run. Is this because of that stupid kicker shit he's doing?
It still really isn't clearly defined what the Kickers are trying to do.
I'm trying to run a team here. You got to imagine him speaking as Adam Sandler speaking as a woman.
This is too much to keep in mind while I'm also trying to read this book for the first time.
Yeah, there are so many words on this page.
Shea may have been right to not think about Adam Sandler while I'm trying to fucking understand what the hell's going on. So I guess there's this dude, Chris, who I guess owns the Smashers now.
Uh-huh.
And Kirby is not happy about this. And he's saying it shouldn't have gone to him in the first place. I'm the coach of this team, and I'll hang up my cleats the day I can't do a job better than, and then it trails off.
Pretty great
Presumably
that-
some sort of obscenity.
Him as a coach, he wears cleats.
Yeah, he's out there. Well, I imagine that seeing as how the Kickers are always out doing some superhero bullshit, he probably needs to sub in and actually play football sometimes.
Wonder how muscular Jack Kirby really was, though.
He was probably stout. I bet he didn't have definition, but he probably had a lot of force, a lot of power.
Liked his
All right?
beer.
I mean, he was
Sunday.
Yeah, sure.
Seems like a hot dog cooking man.
He was a beefy man. He was in the army. I think he was the army. He definitely served.
Do you guys smoke cigars?
No.
You never do when someone offers you one?
No.
I mean,
I've
first of
never had-
all,
I've
I'm
never had
never
one
in a
either.
situation where someone's offering me cigars anyway.
Isn't that
I mean-
weird though? You always see that in situations. People are like, "Would you like a cigar?" And it's like, no one's ever asked me if I wanted
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, mainly because I don't have that clip that snips off the end of it.
I bet you someone was about to offer you a cigar, then looked at you like this little bitch. He doesn't want a cigar.
I'm 6'3". I'm probably not putting a lot of carcinogens in my body. Probably not stunting my growth.
I'm sure every single person who's that big probably smokes
I think I
cigars.
need to break it to you, James, that you're probably not going to get much taller.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah,
Hang
I'm
from the
still
pull
going.
bar.
I'm still going. Yeah, I'm good. Stretch. I want to put me on the rack and stretch me out.
I did that. I think I got an extra inch from hanging on the pull bar for many years.
Yeah, Shea got an extra inch after seeing that Springsteen concert.
Ah, dang it.
Okay, you're just beating that dead horse.
Dang
Yeah,
it.
but we keep saying
No,
Measure-
you're just thinking about
measurements.
dicks.
Yeah,
you're
you
just
were the one
thinking
thinking
about
about-
dicks.
I
About
do
Bruce
think a lot
Springsteen's dick.
I do think a lot about dicks. They're so funny.
Just be gay. It's okay.
It would really simplify a lot of things for me.
Just ask Bruce Springsteen what he's doing.
And what are you doing right now?
He's not that much older than you.
Yeah, he's only 73 or 74.
Is he really? He's my dad's
Yeah.
age?
He's
Yeah.
still putting on 3-hour concerts though.
My dad is not putting on concerts at all.
No, his concerts suck.
Yeah.
I saw his last few shows. It was garbage.
It's rough.
My dad needs to do a better job out.
So,
Yeah.
well, speaking of doing a better job, the coach says that if Magniconte isn't there by some time, there's going to be major changes around here. So throwing down the ultimatum. So now we're going to flash over to hopefully where they are. Yep,
I guess-
and
I
he's
guess-
half naked in a car.
Nice. I guess Christopher is a woman this whole time.
woman?
A woman, a female. And we finally see her, and yeah, it's a woman, and she's thinking, fuck off with this. I don't
He's
care.
like, women don't know anything about football.
Well, that
What
may
am I
have
doing?
been the big reveal of who owns the team or something.
Why am I listening to you?
A
You
very
don't even
good
have a
big reveal.
penis. A Bruce Springsteen size one, a big one.
A
Smoking
big-
a cigar at the end of the urethra.
Big springy hog. So yeah, we do
A
see that.
Springsteeny hog.
Springsteen hog. So then we see that Magniconte, he's I guess with Dasher or Doll is her name, his lady friend, and they're driving down the highway, and he is naked in the back seat.
I thought Doll was his wife.
I'm assuming it's his wife because her name is Magniconte. So unless they're related, blood related.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we saw him kiss. So
Oh
hopefully,
yeah,
not.
they're married. They're married.
Nice, yeah.
He's talking about. So he's in the back getting dressed while talking about UFOs.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Oh
so-
yeah.
Check out flying
Goonies, check out
saucers. I'm gonna assume
flying
that's what this
saucers.
comic's about now.
He is yelling at her. That's a spike. Look at the spiked word balloon. He's furious.
Because she has Born in the USA cranked.
Yes, he's got to talk over it.
She's like, "Hey, you're gonna shut the fuck in my car. Shut the fuck up in my car while I'm playing my music."
Well, and also he is prone to wild mood swings as well, and he's probably
Mm-hmm.
he's viciously angry on account of all the not steroids he does.
And the war crimes.
Yes, he does like kill a man on the field. I can't remember if that happened yet, or if it happened. Oh shit! Later on in the page, I thought he smacked her across the face.
No, he kind of does.
So they're arguing about something that some case they just came off of, and he's late.
Well,
for-
he's saying like it's your job to screen these prospective cases, and then she's listing out everything that she has to fucking do.
do your laundry, cook your meals, wash your dishes, make your bed. He can't make his own bed.
No, he's Magniconte.
Yeah,
He's a
and then
football
supervise
star.
payroll, hire the personnel, pay the bills.
You think he got
And-
married to make his own bed?
Fuck no! Look at the onomatopoeia here is K-pop.
Yep. So it starts playing Korean music.
They start playing Korean boy bands. But then they start to skid off the road, and Magniconte grabs the wheel from her, but it kind of looks like he smacks her across the face while he
does.
does it.
He does.
Wow.
He moves so quickly. His is so quick that her head got in the way because she's just yapping. And so he
Yeah.
decided kill two birds with one stone and slap his wife while grabbing the steering wheel.
Oh, what a dangerous man.
Well, he
What
is
an
like, why are you such a
unhinged-
bad driver? Slap, grab the wheel.
Yeah. So they settle. He asks if she's okay. She says no. And then the way she words this seems to say that he's been out of control physically and mentally. Is he beating her?
Yeah, of course he is. This is the
it's-
80s, and he's a pro athlete.
And
I
he's
mean-
like, please don't start that again. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Wow. Yeah, he says,
snaps
please
the
don't start
tire
us again.
iron.
As he snaps a tire iron in half. Because he is, again, the mystery pills that his brother gave him have seemingly... Also, there was, I think I read something about like some sort of like ray or something that he was shot with that made him physically more intimidating. It's worth noting the New Universe books were intended to have no superpowers, no superheroes, no any of that stuff, and they immediately violated it in like the first issue.
Well, yeah, because it's boring.
Yeah, because it's stupid. So apparently he's super powered, but maybe he's not let everybody know that he's super powered yet.
The team might know because, like, how would I mean? It's not fair that he's playing football like a normal sport when he's clearly enhanced.
Yeah, he's superhuman. He says, "Just try and make yourself useful," and then he lifts up the car with his bare hands.
Like, do you think he's gonna get sacked?
Yeah, you can't stop this guy.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
We
If he
saw
hit
in
the ball,
another-
what's he gonna do?
Another issue, he trains for hours before the game just to exhaust himself so he doesn't kill people on the field.
Jesus, based, I guess.
He's
I mean,
kinda
how else is
based.
he supposed to make money though?
I mean, I don't know. He could be a circus strongman. He could be just a freak of nature.
Yeah, a lot of money there. you know what there is in money though? There's lots of money in the NFL.
For like 1% of people. Although he would be one of the
yeah.
special
He would be
ones.
one of those people.
Because he's
dude.
completely unstoppable. Yes.
Yeah, dude. Dude, come on. It's better he's doing this than like say like joining the UFC.
Yeah.
I guess he could be a pro wrestler. He'd be safe to work with.
Well, no, it doesn't seem like he's safe to work with because he doesn't have his physical strength under control.
Well, with wrestling though, it'd be better because he can catch people a lot better.
You put him with a bunch of other monsters and you see what happens.
Yeah, like
Well,
he
their
could,
story ends with them fighting.
Yeah, as all relationships do.
I mean, usually the fight ends when he slaps her.
Jesus Christ. Not acceptable. I don't like that at all.
I'm not laughing at domestic abuse.
Good.
That's not the kind of humor we do on this show.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at
Too dark.
comic book characters acting inappropriately.
So now, back in Washington, why are they in Washington? I guess they're playing a game in Washington because they're the New York Smashers, I believe. So they shouldn't be in Washington, but maybe they're on the road. So then we see the rest of the team. And we see, is this Suicide who's like juggling the ball and his helmet and everything? Maybe?
I think so. I
Yeah,
can't
he
remember
has-
who everyone was.
That might
Yeah.
be Brick Wall or whatever.
No,
I think Suicide was the suave guy.
Yeah, I think Brick Wall is the big Brick Wall-ish kind of guy. Who's a black man, but they color him yellow, so he looks like he has jaundice.
Oh yeah, that's him. That's
Yeah.
Brick Wall.
They
He
even call
calls
him Brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
They throw a football
Oh, they
at
do
his head.
say the dude that looks like a knockoff Ramon is Suicide.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
He
All right.
looks like he's looked like if like Dee Dee Ramone decided to try to make the cut.
That band sucks.
You hate the Ramones.
The Ramones suck.
What an odd thing. Who hates the Ramones?
I don't hate them. I just don't think that they deserve all the love they get.
I'd say they deserve more than the Sex Pistols. They get all the Sex Pistols get all the credit that the Ramones should.
They're even worse. I hate the Sex Pistols.
Sex
They
Pistols
suck.
do suck. I'll get on. With
I
that.
think
Sex
the
Pistols
Ramones
kinda
should
suck.
be as popular as like maybe like Guar because that's what they were. They were like Guar of their time.
I think in a lot of ways. Well, no, I guess the Ramones did have a few big actual like mainstream hits, but I don't think people really think of the Ramones like the Rolling Stones or like some huge band. I think they think of their impact more than necessarily how much of a cultural or more than how much of a mainstream success they were because they weren't that
Guess.
big of a mainstream.
I don't like the
success.
Beatles either.
Yeah, you don't like the Beatles.
No, I
Man,
don't.
really
like the Beatles.
making this hard.
They're not my favorite either.
No.
Well, not my favorite, but it's just like there's so much
overrated.
important innovations that come
Yes,
from the
I
Beatles.
respect
Sure.
the Beatles
Sure.
for everything
Okay.
that they've done, and I absolutely admit that they are good.
Except
I
all
don't
the wife
enjoy
beating
them.
that John Lennon did.
Well, yeah, I
Child
mean
abandonment
musically,
they did.
All the child
musically,
abandonment. yeah.
musically.
So the new quote unquote final Beatles song that they just put out, it was based on an old John Lennon demo, and for the original lyrics have some lines about him beating his wife. And they took that part out of the song, so the song is like missing like a bridge that it kind of needs to make it more exciting because they're like, yeah, probably their reasoning was, yeah, we should probably not have this lyric about I don't want to beat you. or
I
something like
mean,
that.
hey, the Rolling Stones are still playing Brown Sugar in arenas.
Oh yeah, Brown Sugar was about slavery.
Yeah,
Fucked up. But at least it's on. I guess I don't remember the message of Brown Sugar. I'm assuming it was anti-slavery at least.
No, it was about going to purchase some slaves to fuck.
Boy, what a dark. Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know.
Like what? Like what drug are you on that makes you think that's a good idea?
I don't know.
I mean, there's one of the lines in another song is just that lady screaming rape, murder.
Maybe it's because they're British, and maybe just the impact of
Yeah.
like slavery culturally isn't as a big a deal for Britons as it is for us. But it was a hit song here.
Well, we got a lot of racism going on in
I don't
the
think
country.
people could understand him back in the day. They just couldn't understand what he was saying.
Well, there are a lot of songs that now we look back on and realize what they're about.
See, James, this is why I only listen to music with that growly bullshit, is because that way, if they say anything horrible, I'll never fucking know.
Or like Born in the USA, that every couple of years you've got some conservative douchebag who just realizes that's not like a rah-rah America anthem. Every couple of years I gotta hear this shit.
I remember hearing that the band that did the opening to Pete and Pete, Polaris, that
Okay.
the song they used was about like a school shooting, like the Kent State shooting or something.
Wow.
And they essentially, the show was like, please don't release the lyrics because if Nickelodeon knows it's about a school shooting, we won't be able to use it.
But we really want to use it.
So they didn't put out the lyrics.
Oh, wow. All right.
Or the official lyrics, or however you want to word it.
Yeah.
This was before the internet.
So I guess they're in the Kickers are in Washington trying to figure out what's going on. I guess they got their new Kickers costumes that they made, what's her name? Mrs. Magniconte, like, make for them. So in addition to everything else she does, she's like sewing them outfits.
You know, if they got millions of dollars from their NFL contract, you'd think they'd just pay someone to make that for them.
Yeah,
actual
no, that's how
designer?
they
No.
have all those millions, is because she's doing everything for like $67,000 probably.
And while they're in their locker room, they whip footballs at each other's heads.
Yeah, to get out their repressed homosexual tension.
Well, I know that Brick Wall doesn't do anything about it. He just no-sells it.
Well, because Brickwall is a 300-pound man. Like, he can handle it.
Just like me.
But this is the 80s, and you got a bunch of sweaty big dudes, and so they're just trying to get their aggression out any way they can.
So the coach goes in there and he goes, I want to know where the hell Magniconte is, and you're going to tell me right now. And they're like, we don't know. And he goes, okay.
Ah, shit. I guess I'll leave. And he does.
And he does.
That's all there is to it. So then we
Come
flash
back to
back
Magniconte, and he's just beating the holy hell out of his wife.
he takes a gas can out, and he's going to presumably smack her with the gas can.
He's going to dump her with gasoline and light her on fire.
He realizes, Jesus Christ, unacceptable. Jesus Christ. Wrong! Magniconte realizes that there's a town 6 miles away, so he's like, all right, well, instead of committing a horrible atrocity, I'm just going to run over to this town. It'll take me about 15 minutes to get there and back.
Yep.
Yeah. He's getting cocky. Mm-hmm. Like at a Bruce Springsteen concert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Magniconte starts running off, and he's thinking about it. He says he still thinks of it as nothing more than a tax dodge and a publicity stunt. I think that's what the coach thinks, is that it's a tax dodge, which it is. The whole Kickers Incorporated venture is probably giving them a massive tax break. And he's beginning to realize there's a certain amount of responsibility connected with his powers. Magniconte is a man-child.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much.
He is a 50-year-old man who doesn't understand responsibility, is aggressive and violent, and as we saw in another issue, he legitimately doesn't think that he's doing steroids. He's just taking mystery pills.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his brother said so.
What is wrong with this man?
Yeah. And he's been playing football into his
And his-
50s.
And his brother's dead.
Yes. What is his deal? Like, what an unhinged man.
He gets caught like buying steroids. They go, I thought you said you got muscle pills from your brother. He goes, aren't we all brothers in the eyes of God?
Yeah, brother, like Hulk Hogan. Like,
Thanks, brother.
Are we all doing a little kind of steroids when we have our morning cup of coffee? Isn't that what that is?
I gotta drive to Mexico to go buy some drugs for my brother. My Mexican
All right.
brother.
So what's going on here? He outraces a deer.
I guess he gets gas, makes his way back, and as they get back on the road, they're immediately pulled over by the New York State Troopers.
Yes, they are on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't think you need. If you're in a car and it's a motorcycle cop pulling you over, you don't need to respect that cop.
Nope.
Because you outrank them.
Yep. You're in a car.
If you have a bigger vehicle than the cop, then yeah, you don't have to respect them.
This is before dash cams and lapel cams, so you could just knock them off the road.
Yeah, what are they gonna do?
What are you
Nobody's
gonna do
see
about
anything.
it? Nothing.
You got a record of it?
I'm
What are you gonna see?
Magniconte.
Magniconte, you're lucky he doesn't rip your bones out of your body.
What if he pulls him over? He goes, license and registration, and Magniconte rips his arm off.
Let me see your license. And he just
He's
rips
just
the whole-
beating with him, beating him,
Beats
beating
him with
the
his own arm.
beating the cop up with his own arm, and like Darlene's just screaming.
Someone tells me she does a lot of screaming in this relationship.
Yeah, but he's got money.
Yeah, so stick around for a while. Just a couple of years.
Just stick around with the kids.
Yeah, the
Oh
kids
God,
they don't seem to have.
there are no kids, thank God.
Oh, good God. So, now there's a high-speed chase. Magniconte seems
No,
like
it's
he's
not a high-speed chase. The cops are helping him get there quicker.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
He's using his
Okay.
fame to be like, guys, I need a police escort.
my wife's having a
Nice.
baby. And they're looking at her. She's like totally fine. They're like, oh, sure thing, Mr. Magniconte. We'll get you there.
So they missed their flight, but there's another flight that'll get them there with 30 minutes to spare, which fuck them for thinking that'll work okay.
Yeah, that never happens.
And then
Yeah.
Magniconte throws a fit because she says, you got to call the coach and tell him. And he literally just says, I don't want to.
I don't want to. Oh, man, this guy.
Jack. And then he just runs up and slaps her as hard as he can.
No.
He
Right in
doesn't do
front of-
that.
Right in front of everyone at the airport. No one says anything because it's the 80s.
No, that didn't.
Does this story seem possible?
That's not
Enough.
So Magniconte calls the coach, and immediately the coach says, Magniconte, where the fuck are you?
Because the police are here and they want to question you about some domestic issues.
What a coincidence. The police are here, too.
Then he just hangs up.
Classic
And then
Magniconte.
He calls them. He goes, "Hey, it's Magniconte," and he waves over to the cops in the room who have the phone bugged and they're trying to trace it.
So then we flash over to the game going on in Washington. They're playing the game without Magniconte, which means they're going to
No,
lose.
they're warming up.
Oh yes.
Oh, are
the
they?
one with
Okay.
Those fine butts.
God, they look good. What do football players have in there? They got like
Padding, right?
They got all that. Yeah, they do have padding on.
They got
that
some
makes the
birthday
butts look-
cake. Is what they got. Happy birthday, Shée.
Happy birthday, Shée. Would you like a birthday cake shaped like a football player's behind?
Yeah, would you?
Like
you
a
like that?
peanut?
Well,
No, like a firm man's ass.
Yeah, which looks like a peanut.
I guess it
man's
kind of
ass.
does. Not with all the It doesn't have all the dimpling though.
How about we put a little peanut butter in the cake?
Do you like obscene cakes? Do you like when you
Erotic
go to like
cakes.
a bachelorette party and they're like erotic cakes or they have like
I've
cookies?
never seen it.
You've never
I only
seen
seen
that?
the Patrick Stewart Saturday Night Live sketch about erotic cakes.
God, I'm trying to pull this up because I remember it was very funny, but I cannot think. He's like the
it
baker
sounds
there.
so familiar.
Yeah.
He like works there and he's trying and like all of his cakes are horribly obscene or something like that. Like they're supposed to be like playfully sexual.
They're
and
like erotic, but they're all like man's asses or something.
I think
Okay.
he only liked men's asses.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
That's one of those bits that only works because it's Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Like anyone else is just not.
No.
Absolutely.
That guy, man, Patrick Stewart. God bless him.
That's gonna be my Thanksgiving playlist to watch on Thanksgiving Day.
What,
Eat my
just
turkey
Patrick
and watch Patrick Stewart's erotic bakery sketch. I
Where'd you
love
get
going.
turkey?
I don't know. We're recording this slightly before Thanksgiving, so I haven't sorted this out yet. But
like
I don't
tomorrow.
know. I go down. It's 2 days from now. But yeah, I go down like an old SNL sketch rabbit hole a few times a year, and man, they're not good sketches, but man, they amuse me.
It's like one out of every like 20.
I mean, it probably was, but you got to consider how many years of SNL there was. So like, I'm just seeing the cream of the
Now
crop.
it's like zero. Like I
It
watched
is-
a new
it's
one
pretty
not
bad.
too long ago, and it was unwatchable trash.
It seemed like there was one or two in the Timothy Chalamet one that was funny.
Yeah, well, there one pops up from time to time, but I can watch I'll watch the bad sketches from like 1990, and again, they're not good, but like Dana Carvey and them just fucking around with sketches that they know are garbage, but they're just having fun with it. I don't know. I just find it very entertaining. Apparently, it's just me.
Just you, bro.
Just me. I
You
find
watch
it entertaining.
Frasier. Clearly, you love unentertaining things.
I turn on Frasier lately, and I wasn't particularly enjoying it. I'll be honest.
It's
Not loving
garbage.
it.
It's all those sitcoms are fucking made for idiots.
In the same month, Kelsey Grammer comes back as both Frasier and Beast, and nobody cares.
He's
for
back
either.
as Beast.
He
Why?
was back. That was the end credits scene for the Marvels.
Oh, I'm
Beast
still
is
not
back.
watching it.
And they're like, and then they were supposed to be a big surprise, but then they're like, oh shit, nobody's excited about this movie. Let's kind of make sure that everyone knows that there's some X-Men stuff in this movie. And
This
they
came
blew
like a
their
big
surprises.
fart, huh?
It's doing really bad because that's also the movie that's supposed to kind of like push the next part of like, hey,
No,
guess
they
what?
should wrap it up. It's been enough.
What are they gonna do? You can't
Just stop
I mean,
making them. Do something else.
You're not
Like,
gonna
it's
be able
over.
to stop making them. It's gonna have to be a slow petering out.
It's been no. They should have just went with
It's been-
the big ending with Avengers Endgame, and that should have been it.
There's no way you're gonna shut down the most successful mega franchise in cinema history.
Now they're just losing money.
Yeah, right now they are. Right now, it's a disaster, but I can't blame them for saying, like, you know what, let's just go out on top. That's not the way...
Warner Brothers wants to, like, have their own version of that, right? So they keep trying, but then this is like Disney is not succeeding at this. It's like no one is.
They got the deck stacked against them, but in fairness, look at the movies that were the superhero movies that were successful this year. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was apparently pretty good, and Across the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, but Disney didn't make that.
But what I'm saying is that if you make a movie that is more ambitious and unique, and it feels like somebody actually cared about it, people go to see it. And
I
then
guess Loki was pretty excellent.
But
that was a good-ass science fiction show.
Well, when you have people that care about the thing they're making, like the audience can tell. Whereas when you make garbage, people can tell. And so, yeah, it's just going to come down to whether or not the movies are good. And if they're good,
was the Marvels like a contract thing? Like they had this lady for like another movie, and they're just like, I guess we better make one.
I don't know. I guess I've heard that Brie Larson is not particularly happy with the way things have been going for her.
Well, like the first one they made wasn't very good.
It wasn't, but it made almost $1 billion because it was sandwiched between the two Avengers movies, and so it was just. Did
they not? Are they unaware of that? They're like, oh, this only succeeded because it was sandwiched between.
I don't know. I don't know. I would love to hear the conversations that go on behind the scenes at Disney when they try to make these plays.
Guys, we gotta save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What should we do? I know. Let's stick a bunch of characters in a movie nobody likes.
Yeah. And spend $250 million. And now they're spending an inordinate amount of time reshooting the next Captain America movie because apparently that sucks shit too.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's good.
They're stacking the deck.
But they just did a TV show about the new Captain America.
That was The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And that was pretty good. It wasn't terrible. It was okay.
Well, instead of talking about that Marvel, let's talk about this Marvel.
Shée, Jesus. Happy birthday, Shée. Yeah. So anyway.
Somebody breaks his thumb, and I don't know which of these fuckers.
Yeah, they're having themselves a good catch, and maybe brick wall or somebody breaks his thumb, which is
they call him a pussy.
Yeah, maybe it was suicide. They're always picking on that guy. What, you gonna slit your wrist now, suicide, you fucking pussy?
It's like, get the medics. It looks like he's broken his thumb. Lame.
And then they think maybe you did that on purpose.
And it looks like he did with this face.
Yeah. Is that brick wall?
My thumb's broken.
Know.
I don't have to play. I don't have to be in fucking kickers anymore. They just got to pay me out for the rest of the season.
I don't want to do any of this. So then we see that Magniconte is getting on a plane. Finally, the plane! Mm-hmm. All right. And he's getting on a plane, and he's trying to make his way back to Washington, and there are nuns and all sorts of... This was back when there was no TSA, and you could just walk on the plane.
So, Darlene Magniconte sees that there are nuns on the plane, and she goes, oh, thank God, maybe he'll behave.
Yes. Or maybe he's going to beat a bunch of nuns.
Little does he know, they're also taking secret muscle pills from his brother.
Yeah.
So there's a little kid that wants to see the pilot, and the stewardess is like, "Oh, fuck you, you little."
Like, what do you think? We should let some girl. He goes, "Nah, bro, I'm drunk."
So anyway, the stewardess comes into the cockpit, and the flight attendant comes into the cockpit. Yeah, it was a little. That's a little out of step there.
On Shay's birthday, dude.
How dare I? Well, in fairness, she comes in here looking sassy. Look at how she
digging that hole, bro. I'll buy you a new shovel.
What the fuck, both of you?
She sashayed into the cockpit.
In this episode are fucking awful. What? You the worst, Mike.
Oh, me? What did I do?
Make a bunch of jokes about domestic violence.
You did make some pretty atrocious.
You made yeah.
I mean, in fairness, Shea, did you really think this Shea birthday episode was going to be the innocent?
I thought you guys could keep your shit together and not make it worse.
No, all I said was this flight attendant. I'm calling her a flight attendant now because I'm woke.
Thank you, James.
That's all I ask. She walks into the cockpit all sultry like.
Well, no, you said sassy, not sultry.
Okay.
Next thing you're going to say is that she's on her period.
She just Why would I say that?
She bleeds all over the floor on her way to the cockpit.
See, you put that in my... Shay's doing a bit now. I'm convinced Shay is doing a bit. She is doing a whole work because she wants this to be an out-of-control, crazy thing for the sake of the show, and I got to feel bad inside because of it. Mm-hmm. It's worth it. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying
you're making James feel bad inside.
Or did I?
I already felt pretty bad inside. It's okay.
I don't know why. You're a marathon champion.
Yeah, you know, Hollow victories.
Well, Mr. Magniconte gets on this plane. Thinks about how he needs to expend some of this energy because he wants to be fair on the field. Not when he's around his wife and he keeps accidentally hitting her, but on the field.
Yes. He was at full strength. She took a good hit.
And then two, this little nosy chick turns around and apparently recognizes him.
Mm-hmm. She goes, wow, Mr. Magnificent himself.
It is going to be a plane cockpit. I was really hoping for blimp.
You were hoping for a blimp. I don't know why you were hoping for a blimp.
Right.
Football.
Mm-hmm. He's not in Gotham City. That's the only place that has commercial blimps.
Yeah.
No, the Goodyear blimp.
Oh, he's just on it. He should be down there playing. The Goodyear blimp is around. He should be on the field.
The Duff blimp.
The Duff blimp. Hey there, Blimpy boy. I think that's our maybe third or fourth Simpsons reference this time. Mm-hmm. But we won't know because there's no counter this time.
No counter.
So, yeah, this girl recognizes Mr. Magniconte. Aren't you that horrible domestic abuser? And he says, no, I'm Mr. Magniconte.
Shée Homer was a horrible domestic abuser. He strangled his son.
Like, he's a bad husband. He's a bad father.
I just read somewhere that like the creators of that show were like, we'll never not have Homer strangle his son.
And then they said that was, I guess there was some concern that Disney wanted them to stop doing that, and so people thought that was the new rule, but then it turned out not to be true. But then it turned out that I didn't care.
Yeah, they got rid of Apu.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. They weren't really using Apu for a while anyway.
I don't care. I liked him.
I don't know. Maybe it's right to not be having white guys doing offensive accents.
I don't know, man.
And making millions of dollars doing it. I don't know.
Apu wasn't offensive.
He was a very successful man.
I liked Apu. He was just as crazy as the rest of the characters. I don't understand.
I don't know why they wouldn't just hire an Indian man to do the voice. Like the same thing we did with Carl and Dr. Hibbert. They hired black men to do those voices. Just hire an Indian man to do Apu and keep using Apu. What's the problem?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess, I don't know, man.
Wait, Dr. Hibbert's voiced by a different guy now?
Yeah. Hibbert and Carl are voiced by black actors now.
Oh, how are they?
No, I've heard. I don't know that I've actually watched those episodes, but I've heard little clips, and yeah, they sound fine. I mean, whatever. It's just they're not major characters, so whatever.
All right, so they're on the plane, and Magniconte is talking to this little girl, and there's this
Magniconte's being bugged by this little girl.
Oh no, he loves talking with her. Look at it. He even knows her name, Sally.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere close to.
Well, I'm sure he knows that her name is Sally, and that her mom is divorced, and all this other shit too. Kids just talk.
He goes, that's funny. Soon I'm going to be divorced.
Yes. So they're having this conversation, and there's a sleeping old man. Let's see. Is that important? It makes it seem like the sleeping old man is important, but I don't know. And then let's see. This lady, is this Mrs. Magniconte walking by?
No, that's Sally's mom.
Oh, so Sally's mom walks by and dumps out a bag that's full
of...
So
Sally's mom is getting up to buy drinks for the lady across the way. I don't know who she is. And tells Sally to sit down and shut up. And then the next thing we see is her bag, or at least what looks like her bag, being emptied out, and there's a gun in it.
Yep. There is a gun amidst all the candy and like makeup and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Women carrying a lot of makeup.
They do.
Yeah. Maybe it might have been Mrs. Magniconte on the other side of the aisle. Because again, this art is not consistent.
No. Mr. Magniconte is talking to this little girl, Sally, giving her a bunch of blood-stained memorabilia that he found in his bag that brings up too many painful memories.
Well, the little girl asks, like, hey, can you force your way into the cockpit so I can see it? And he's like, yep, I sure can.
Let him try and stop me. Let's see what happens.
I'll depressurize this cabin so fast.
And so, they kind of make their way up there. Actually, the little girl knocks over the flight. Look at the aisle in this. Have you ever flown in a plane that had an aisle that wide?
Nope.
Like every plane I've ever been in, the aisle is 8 inches wide. It's tiny.
It's really starting to feel like every time I fly coach, they're getting smaller and smaller.
Maybe you're just getting bigger.
Oh.
That'd be all. Yeah, well, they can't be getting smaller. I mean, they're the same planes. But
it feels like it's getting smaller every time I get in there. Like I have less room.
What I do is if you're flying coach, which, if you're one of the poors and you're flying coach, switch your seat to the bulkhead because it still is the same. It's a lateral move. It doesn't cost you any extra to switch to the bulkhead, and you basically get a seat that's almost the size of first class. Like you get a lot more legroom. The bulkhead is the row right behind first class. And so because there's that divider between coach and first class, that means that you don't have a seat in front of you. So you have literally 2 feet in front of you, and there's no chair in front. There's nobody leaning back. You can have a lot more space. It's still 3 people, 3 chairs instead of 2 like in first class, but it's a lot more room, and you can get up and walk past. Like if you're on the window seat and you need to go to the bathroom, nobody else has to get up and move for you. You can just walk past them. There's a lot extra space.
Man, pro
But
tip.
you have to put your bag. There's no thing to put your bag under, so you would have to put it on top then.
Sometimes there is a place you can put it under, but otherwise, yeah, you can put it on top. But also, you've got so much floor room that you could, sometimes I'll just put my bag, like my little personal item or whatever, I'll just put it behind my feet.
I try to check everything.
Yeah. I mean, I just hate having to wait for my
Yeah, I try to check
luggage.
it as little as possible.
Yeah,
What,
but switch over to the
really?
bulkhead.
I just want to they're gonna just send it to the same place I'm going.
Not
No,
always.
it's not. First of all, yeah, not always. Shée and I have experienced that, but also it's just I hate waiting on the carousel like an idiot.
Yeah, it adds an extra hour sometimes.
Magniconte doesn't wait at the carousel.
Nope.
No, because celebrities deserve special treatment, so says
do.
this flight attendant.
Yeah.
And then Sally's being a little bitch to the other one that told her no.
Sally runs up and she just rushes. I guess Magniconte told her, if anyone gets in your way, you just rush the shit out of them and knock them to the floor. And so she does it.
He goes, hey, Mr. Magniconte, that lady wouldn't let me get at the cockpit. He goes, run full speed and tackle that bitch.
Use her special steroid powers and knock her down.
So far what we know is that this little girl wants in the cockpit and her mom has a gun. So
Magniconte hands her one of his brother's pills.
Just take a couple of these.
Just take this and knock her on her ass.
These look like steroids, Mr. Magniconte. No, they're special muscle pills.
He puts it in her mouth and closes her mouth with his giant hand. Just swallow.
I would never do steroids. And then he punches a hole through the side of the plane.
Depressurizes.
Yep, and everyone goes flying through the cabin. No. So they make their way up to the cockpit. Luxurious plane here. And they make their way up.
Gigantic. How much fuel does it take to keep this bitch in the air?
God, the tickets must be just outlandishly expensive. So the coffee maker is overflowing. Something's happening.
yeah, those women that wanted drinks, I thought it was her mom. It turns out it's not. Haven't had their drinks yet. Looks like one of them is playing a fucking boombox.
Boombox, yeah, blasting some jams.
Some dude just smacked her ass.
Yeah, he goes, hey, Susie, how about another
he's drunk.
scotch and soda? And smacks her on the ass. And she goes, enough. And they're like, what's wrong, honey?
Hell yeah.
Susie? This son of a bitch just touched me and I'm going to kill him with this gun.
Yep. But at that point, you would just get smeared in the press if you told anybody about it.
Those poor women in the past.
Dude, those poor, it fucking sucked. Look what happened to Anita
You
Hill.
watched the Tonya Harding movie with actress from Barbie?
Margot Robbie.
That poor lady. That poor Tonya Harding
Yeah.
got fucked.
Yeah. There were a lot of horrible things that happened to women.
I know. It breaks my heart, though. All she wanted to do was skate.
Happy birthday, Shée.
Yeah, happy
Thank you.
birthday. Happy birthday, Tonya Harding.
We undid. Yep, it's probably her birthday.
Yeah.
Let's see if it is. Let's see if it's
let's
Tonya
see what Tonya Harding's birthday
Tonya
is.
Harding's birthday. November 12th.
All right.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. We just
Pretty
missed
close.
it. Happy
Oh,
birthday.
is she dead?
No,
No.
she's still alive. She owns
Okay, date of
she
birth.
owns and operates a landscaping business now, last time I heard.
So it says date of birth, and I literally thought it said date of death. I don't know why.
Damn, James.
That's the opposite.
That is pretty much about as opposite as you can get. So anyway, they
Sound
muscle
like
their
Andy
way up
Griffith
to
there. That's right about as far as opposite as you get.
heading down to Emmett's Fix-It Shop.
Well, the flight attendant has now gone batshit. They broke her brain. She's now taken the plane hostage.
Wow, yeah, she is, isn't she? What is she doing? Did she take some of those muscle pills?
She said that they're all going to Shangri-La now, but there's no room for any rock and roll in Shangri-La, and now she has a gun.
What the fuck is going on? What did we miss? What the hell did we miss here?
So this flight attendant pulls out her gun.
What?
I thought Shée was kidding. She does say there's no room for rock and
This
roll in
is-
Shangri-La. That's awesome.
And then shoots the boombox.
Look, it says clown time is over.
Yeah.
Right here. It says clown time is over.
Oh, that's cool.
What is going on? Clown time
That's
is over.
lyrics.
Clown time is over. Time to take cover where others just talk and talk. and she starts opening fire.
Yeah.
She shoots the boombox. Like, they wouldn't let that person on the plane with the boombox.
Or a
No.
gun.
Well, she's a flight attendant.
Oh, yeah, I guess she probably didn't have to go through the metal
That's how,
detector.
that's who you get to smuggle drugs.
I guess nobody had to go through the metal detector back in those days.
I mean, that was the plot of Blow.
I do try to compare most things to the plot of Blow. All right, so now she's shot a hole in the window. So, yeah, the cabin does become depressurized.
Depressurizes. And it was already cracked after Magniconte rage punched it.
Which is ridiculous because I'm pretty sure that tiny handgun wouldn't have a bullet that's enough to
No.
cause that.
It was already weakened from Magniconte.
Magniconte just smacking his head against it.
He's having a
bad
roid
day.
freak out. Yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
and then the woman starts demanding that people stop screaming.
I love this
What are you
lady.
also upset about?
This lady's my favorite character ever.
This great lady's pretty good.
The
And it looks
face
like her gun is naked, like not naked, empty.
Naked gun?
My-
She's got a
my-
naked gun?
My favorite characters are now the $2,000 devil, the family that ripped off the $2,000 devil, and the super base flight attendant.
Yeah. And Mr.
Susie?
Muscles.
Susie, the base flight
Susie,
attendant.
the base flight attendant. We've got Mr. Muscles, though. He was a favorite of ours.
Oh, I like Mr. Muscles
with his
too.
excellent physique. Mm-hmm. That he's hated for.
Oh, and I liked President Kid, or the fuck his name
Prez.
was.
Well, just Prez. Yeah,
I liked
there's
him a
a lot of-
lot.
Yeah,
and
a lot
his
of good
and his
characters.
boyfriend, what was he, like the head of the
sitting,
FBI?
Sitting eagle,
his,
he was like, yes.
his Native American boyfriend.
Eagle free. Eagle free.
Eagle free and Prez shipped.
Wanatame, eagle free Wanatame.
You all agree? Come on, right?
Yeah,
Come
they
on,
were
that's the
beautiful
couple.
boys. They were beautiful boys.
Yeah, right. I would trade
Beautiful
places
young
with
boys.
either of them.
Yep. And so the plane starts going down. And they're calling Mayday, Mayday. Mr. Magniconte is up in the cockpit. He looks like he's got the little girl in a chokehold.
Yep, because she just
said-
won't stop complaining.
And he says, he whispers in her ear, "Don't worry, Sally, everything is under control now," as he's got her in a chokehold.
As he just snaps her little neck.
No, he's gonna make her go to sleep so that she doesn't live through this.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah,
you know,
like
that would
Lenny
be the right
from
thing
Of Mice.
to do.
Yeah, like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
But they say to help yourself before you help anyone else.
Yeah, you can't help other people if you can't help yourself. That's why you go into therapy.
And Susie's kind of off balance because I'm guessing someone grabbed her leg or something, and Darlene was going to tackle her, and she's like, "Nice try, bitch!" And then you're next, and she points a gun at her, but luckily, Darlene was able to snatch the gun out of her hand.
Yeah,
I think.
Darlene's.
Is that what happens?
I don't know. Darlene.
Oh, she just jumps out of the way, I guess.
Yeah.
Darlene is an active participant of this comic book for sure.
And because of that, oh my God! Like they shoot the captain, and the kid is right behind her,
Right.
Behind him.
behind the captain, and her
Yeah.
mom screams out, "Don't hurt my baby!"
Yeah, as a mom tends to say.
Dude, this is chaotic.
Yeah, and base Susie just says, "Oh, I'll take care of her."
Damn right. That's what a base person would say. You know, this is why you don't sexually harass people.
Well, I think there's another reason. It's just because it's wrong.
Well, they're saying that you don't know how close they are to snapping.
Yeah, well, you should treat human beings in the world like, maybe they've had a bad day. Maybe they just found out they got cancer. Maybe don't treat people like pieces of shit. Like,
Do you think that worked for him one time, smacking some lady's ass? He had a positive reaction, and that's why he's still doing it.
I don't know that it got a positive reaction in that, except that it didn't get a negative reaction. Like, he
I
got
tend to
away
only
with
do
it.
things where if I'm rewarded somehow.
Yeah, like a lab rat.
Yeah, I'm a lot like a lab rat.
Like positive reinforcement.
Right, I'm like your dog.
I think the ass grab guys, their whole thing was like, as long as I don't get shit for it, I won. And that's why a lot of shitty things happen in the world is like nobody says, "Hey, wait a minute, that's fucked up, stop doing it."
I wonder if this happened to Ric Flair from smacking asses and showing his dick to people. Like some of the flight attendant went
I hope
crazy,
so.
pulled the gun out. Maybe that's how that plane crashed in the
Yeah.
70s and then broke his back.
This is probably an adaptation of that story.
That's what he did. He smacked the stewardess on the ass, and she pulled out a gun, and they crashed.
Wow, what's that same stewardess? She got to keep her
Same
job.
one, it was Susie.
Well, Susie's taken Sally hostage in the cockpit.
Nice.
I don't know
And
why.
Mike is dead. Mike, you're dead.
I don't know. I don't
say-
know why. Oh my God, I'm
Say,
dead.
Mike's dead, and you barely escaped with your life. I don't know who Mike was, but
We should canonically. I should just not be on the show anymore. Just because we saw Mike's dead, and I go with it.
Yeah, sure. You could still be on the show, but you don't say anything
Nope.
just to keep it It's there. They're praying with the
decomposing.
nuns. The nuns are praying together, so that's a good conclusion to their arc. Yeah.
And Jesus saves the plane.
As he always does. As he always does.
Thanks, Jesus.
By which I mean
Oakley
Magniconte.
dokley.
No, Jesus is Hank Hill, a.k.a. Magniconte. So then Magniconte starts to try and calm this woman. Now, why Magniconte is trying to talk some sense into this woman instead of just rushing her like he always does.
Yeah,
when
isn't
has
he
a problem with
fast enough
someone.
to just snatch the gun out of her hand?
The one time he tries to be rational is the one time, like, no, you should actually use your freak powers and knock this woman down.
Well, he's
Yeah.
been on the plane for a while. He probably hasn't had a pill.
Yeah, he needs pills every
Maybe
45
he's
minutes.
reverting to normal.
Yeah, he's remembering all the horrible atrocities he's committed.
He goes, I owe Darlene an apology.
Oh, man.
Like, if he has strength, just throw some at her head.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know
It'll
what
go
he's doing.
fast enough.
Well, and
And
he's trying to...
the co-pilot's just like sitting in his chair thinking, man, I can't wait for this day to be over.
I mean, I guess I should keep trying to fly the plane, I guess.
He's just sitting there just like, today at work sucks.
This is going to be a bad... Nobody's going to believe this. So Magniconte is trying to... He takes too much time trying to talk her down, and so Sally grabs the little girl... Susie grabs Sally.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And grabs
You
the
got
little
it.
girl.
You got it.
And,
clearly, like, names weren't important to the writer.
No. Everyone was named Susie or Sally at the time.
Yeah.
'Cause I gotta get this out. God.
This has to be out now. And what does he do? Mr. Magniconte, he says, he's thinking, with my speed, I might be able to cover the distance before she hurt anyone, but I'd be exposing my edge. It could cost me my football career.
Dude, you're just
That's
a
what
giant.
he's weighing out.
He's a giant football player. No one would question it.
No one would question it, and if he doesn't do it, everybody might die in a fiery plane wreck.
And think how good that'll be for his kicker's business.
Yeah, let's say this did happen, and they went, holy shit, you have some sort of freak powers. You can't be a football player anymore. All right, well, a lot of other avenues just open up for him.
I mean, there's Kickers Incorporated first and foremost.
Kickers Incorporated. He could be some sort of security on the plane because he's clearly good at that.
Well, clearly he's not good at it. Look how far this is escalating.
Well,
the plane is depressurized.
It's because he's worried about his career. He's thinking about all the domestic
I know, but this
abuse
is
he's
going to look
committed.
good on his interview. His only
Yeah, that's
airplane
fair.
marshal experience has been the flight didn't go insane, and the plane crashing.
Yeah.
because he'll survive.
She does really want to go to Shangri-La for some reason. We don't
Which
really
she now
know what
says
that
is 2 stars to the left and straight on till morning.
Wow, that's
I love this lady. What
is that
crazy-
from? That is
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan, yeah.
Right?
You know, in the movie Hook, Julia Roberts had an assistant whose only job was to keep her feet clean.
Wow. Was it the Pope?
I mean, she was barefoot the entire
Yeah, she was
movie.
barefoot. Yeah, so she had someone there to keep her feet clean.
Isn't that what the current Pope does? He likes to wash poor people's feet.
Yeah,
Well,
he
that's a
did.
whole
He did
Christian
when
thing.
he did when he first showed up.
I know
don't
it's
think
a
he
whole
does that shit anymore, bro.
Yeah, he got a little too big.
Like you're not hearing about all
those.
those great. Remember, like he sold off all the golden statues and chairs they had, and they used
Yeah.
it to this cardinal was caught molesting kids, and he lived in a millionaire mansion,
Yeah.
so they converted it into a homeless shelter.
I called that guy because everybody liked that guy. He's like, oh, he's the cool
Because
progressive
he did that
Pope. No,
shit
he's-
at first, and then he stopped.
Yeah, fuck this. No, not a cool Pope. Not a cool Pope after
Well,
all.
none of them are.
I wasn't defending any other popes. You can go back to almost 250 episodes. I've never defended
Their
popes.
headquarters has the treasures of the world stashed there.
I mean, they have their own city for a house. Who else? Nobody else on the planet gets that.
We're like, look at the majesty of the Vatican. Like, didn't you just get this from pillaging?
So-
No.
So,
not me.
All right, so they're trying to land this plane, I guess. Let's see. We don't have enough fuel left to go anywhere. So they're trying to explain to her, like, listen, there's no fuel. We can't go where you want to go. We're going to die. And she doesn't seem too bothered by it. She's just like, no, I want to go to Shangri-La.
She explicitly says, I will wish us there.
She says, it's our job to please the passengers, and they want to go to Shangri-La. I'll wish us there if I have to.
All right.
Wow.
This
lady's
lady's awesome.
unhinged. Yeah.
I wonder how she got past. Man, I tell you, there wasn't a whole lot of screenings, I guess.
I guess, did they finally land the plane? Because they're escorting somebody off.
Couple, that old couple we saw earlier, who you asked if they're going to come into play later, they are.
Here they
the
are.
wife is having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Good job.
And the husband looks like Mr. Magniconte's dad.
And he's just like, she's almost gone.
That's why, if you get married, you should probably like take an off year once in a while. Every few years, just take an off year. Don't talk to each other. Don't see each other. Go somewhere else and then come back.
That's like taking a break.
Yeah, take a
Separation.
good long break.
You mean a separation?
Yeah, but it's just temporary. It's literally just like, well, see you in a year, and
Has
you just go off.
anyone ever gotten back together after a prolonged separation?
Yes, but it's always been a mistake.
Yeah, like, has anyone ever done that?
But I mean, maybe if you knew you were going to have that break every once in a while, every few years, maybe you could keep it up. Maybe you can keep things together, It's clearly what we're doing doesn't work. Clearly marriage as it stands doesn't work too well.
She'd come back and we'd be having sex. I'd be like, another dude came here.
Yeah, then you're into it.
No, I wouldn't.
Show me the video. Yeah.
Oh, James, no.
Hey,
No,
I'm not here to kink shame anybody.
Don't do that.
Everyone's into whatever they're into.
I know I told you to be less vanilla ice cream, but don't be so Rocky Road.
I went straight Rocky Road. Nah, it's fine. People
Why
can be
can't
into
we
what
all
they're
just be decent human beings for my birthday episode?
into. I mean, I think
Why
you know
the
the
fuck
answer to
can't
that.
we fake it one time a year?
I thought I was faking it.
Oh, dumping hot yogurt.
I didn't. That's not what I meant, but yeah, sure. No, this is the best I can do. This is the best I can do, Shea. I'm trying. No, I mean, listen. What do you think was going to happen? It's the kickers.
Happy birthday, Shea.
Happy birthday,
Thanks.
Shea. Happy birthday, Shea Wanatame.
The flight attendant points the gun at
child.
Sally's head and blows her brains out.
Well, it's looking like that's going to happen, and then I think Mr. Magniconte finally he spins around in his chair like a Bond villain, and he decides it's finally time to do something, and he lunges at her wearing his O.J. Simpson gloves. Mm-hmm. His
OJ gave them to him.
Like, yeah, I need a second set of prints on these.
I got the perfect gloves for you, my dude.
So he jumps at her. She
shoots at him. The bullet ricochets off his muscles and hits her in the neck.
Which is
but
a weird
it doesn't
ricochet.
show any of that, and so you
It
have
does.
to just put it. Well, no, it doesn't
No.
show it like really ricochet. Oh, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Okay,
Sure does.
It's tiny for me. But
Well,
yeah,
what do
you're
you think
right,
this
it
is? A
does.
Bruce Springsteen concert?
Zing!
I'm not sure what the consistency of the Bruce Springsteen concert reference is anymore, but it's something about penises.
Is that Shea got Bruce hard because he looked at her?
Yeah, she did, and yeah, he did.
And he's an old
fantastic
man,
show.
so it's a big deal.
It was a big deal. So she says, I see it gurgle, it's beautiful as she's dying. She sees Shangri-La and she dies at 2 p.m., the napping hour.
I'm sure that's significant in a way that
It's because he missed his show, or
it's too late.
his game.
It's all a show to him.
well, games are like 4 hours.
So he says, oh my God, I never meant I killed her. So I don't know if this is his first kill, but it certainly wasn't his last.
He didn't kill her.
Yeah, she killed herself,
She
really.
killed herself. She tried to shoot him.
Sally is also completely okay with this.
Sally
She
says it was really neat.
She was just like, wow, I've never seen a bullet bounce off of somebody.
"Oh, the lady had the heart attack that died."
Oh, did she?
Oh, I don't see that either.
But now my secret's blown and a woman is dead. No, he's talking about
What's on the next page?
the flight
About
attendant. Is
Susie.
it? Okay.
But
Oh, we have
Susan,
three dead here.
the kid Sally, she now knows his secret. She saw the bullet bounce off his skin,
Yep.
Yeah.
and so he snaps her neck.
He's got to protect his football career.
Right. He should grab the gun and shoot her too. That way, it looks like the crazy woman shot her
Is there another bullet? Sure.
and then shot herself in grief.
The bullets bounce off his chest and everything, and he says, "Shut up, fucking kid.
Yeah,
Don't
shut your
tell
fucking mouth.
Don't tell
Snap.
anybody what you fucking saw." So then they have a little talk, and he's saying, "I wish they'd hurry up and get this over with." I guess probably the investigators, because this needs to be looked at. His wife is saying, like, "How can you even think of football?" And he says, "I got to think about something.
Because I'm a football player. It's all I think about.
I think about football, and I think of domestic abuse, because I'm a monster."
Well, he doesn't think about it. That's how he lives with himself.
Well, he's trying to get to the game, but then it turns out a piece of shit cop is going to hold him up because he put money in the other team.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is that
really?
really what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You don't tell him.
Nice.
It's only $50 too.
Yeah, $50 isn't gonna get you shit back then. So you can leave for the football game, Mr. Magniconte. We still have to get to the other witnesses. Thank you for your cooperation. And he gets the fuck out of there. But
and then the guy stops him.
Yeah, he stops him. He
Oh,
says,
I was
and
okay.
He says it probably won't take too long, Mr. Magniconte. Wink.
Well-
all these people died in hijacking, and he's laughing about his bet.
It's a great opportunity to make $50.
$50. It depends what the spread is.
Well, it turns out at this point that the Centurions, who I guess the Smashers were playing, they lead the Smashers 7-0 at halftime. So like, it doesn't matter. He's not going to make it in time no matter what. Like, he's going to get from the airport to the stadium.
He does get there. We see.
Oh, because I guess he just. So what? So how does he get there? Because it says like
Runs.
we see that he's being held up by this cop. So did he murder this cop as well?
I think he just like waited, and they finally let him go.
Okay, well I don't know how he
The
got
Kickers are
there.
from New York, right?
Because look, because there's only so look, the game started at 2, right? And it says here there's only 8 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game. So like 4 hours have gone by.
Well, no, it's not 8:24.
No, that's how much is left in the game. If the game started at 2 and they're in the fourth quarter with only 8 minutes left, that means the game's almost over.
Yeah. So it's definitely been some time.
Look at me
I
knowing
don't know.
sports.
I don't understand football. Like, because if I watch a football game, at the beginning of the game, they don't care about the time. They're just letting the time go. But by the end of the game, they're stopping every second. And I don't understand what's going on. Why did you stop earlier? I understand what the point of football is.
It's like my mom.
Yeah. Your mom and I should do a podcast where we watch football together.
My mom would start telling a story in the middle and then not listen to anything you have to say.
Nice. This sounds like a great podcast. That's what we do half the time anyway. So Coach Kirby says, you know what? You're not going in. You're not. I realize that you could single-handedly win us this game, but you're not going in. Sit down and watch. You can't waltz on the field when you feel like it and play football. That's not how it works, chum.
Yeah.
He goes,
So they
"Hey."
watch something terrible happen, some terrible play.
Well, he
and
was
then
like-
the coach says, "Get back in."
Well, he was like, I was caught in a plane hijacking. This wasn't
It's all
like
over the news.
me dilly-dallying.
So the game continues, and the Smashers look like they're losing. And Magniconte eventually goes in, and he says, I really miss those pregame workouts. I'm too strong for my own good. Because I guess, again, he was like exhausting himself before the workout. But since he didn't get a chance to exhaust himself before the game,
Now he's gonna be too good.
he's too good. And this might be the moment where he kills somebody, because that was something he had, Shane Guilty had later in the series, I believe. So does he kill another person? Let's see. Stay loose, Jack. The defense will get the ball in time for us to get another shot at scoring. Then all you got to do is guide us home. So maybe they're going to win after all.
Oh, well, I guess they weren't down by all that much.
No, I don't know how much 7-0 really is when it comes to a football game.
One score. It's basically a touchdown and a field goal kick, like extra point kick.
But they lost.
Did they lose?
Yeah.
Let's see. New York almost pulled it out, but they came up short. Too bad, guys. Nice try. And yeah, they lose the game.
But Magniconte doesn't care. He's just gonna hang out.
Right. Well, he's in a fugue state from all the pills. He doesn't know what's going on.
He finally got home to his pills and just loaded up with
And to make up for
brother's
lost time.
pills.
My brother's special muscle pills. So he's kind of, I guess he's giving like maybe a final statement to the FBI or something like that. And they're talking to the girl. They're talking to Sally, and she's saying, yeah, it was fucking crazy. The bullet bounced right off Mr. Magniconte.
Well, she's doing an interview. That's
Yeah.
not her there.
No, she's giving an interview to like this. I don't know if it's a.
Yes.
Oh, she's not with Magniconte. He's watching the interview in his like training room or whatever.
Yeah.
And the reporters are at the little girl's house.
I don't know if they're reporters or if it's like the FBI, but maybe.
Oh, yeah, it might be the FBI.
I can't tell, but her mom, Sally's mom, is saying, "Oh, she has a active imagination. She's probably lying about that. She lies about everything. She's a little piece of shit." Like, maybe don't say that in front of the interviewer. God. And so they're like, "All right, well, I guess let's just, Mr. Magniconte, I guess let's just leave. I guess just pretend none of this happened."
And she was like, Jack, she died from the bullet she fired at you that she was going to shoot at other people. Like it's not your fault.
In
She said,
fact,
you earned your wings today.
she gives him the little wings that you get when you're a little kid who goes in the cockpit, because he is a child.
Yes. Truly, truly a child.
And he's very excited. Ooh,
I thought
get
that meant
wings.
you fucked in the plane.
No, you're thinking of the Mile High Club. You don't get shit for that.
Oh.
I really wish United Airlines would get on the ball
Maybe I was
about
thinking.
that.
Maybe I was thinking of Red Wings. You get your
Red Wings. Red Wings is when you go down on a woman when
Yes.
she's on her period.
Yes, I've had that surprise. Turn the lights on. murder photo
So-
experience.
Wow, I guess you can get your Red Wings while you're in the Mile High Club. And then, if you've got a kid, you can also get those wing pins.
Just get them all at once. Save some time.
Knock it all out. Yeah.
It's a busy plane ride.
That's what an exciting day we've had.
Probably requires some planning.
Yeah. Yeah, a
got
little
the-
bit of organization.
You get to figure out your girl's cycle.
I don't know how people have sex in planes. I
I
don't know
guess
how that
statistically,
works
there's
at
going
all.
to be at least one person on the plane on their period, though.
Yeah, and if the plane ride is long enough, they'll all sync up.
Right? You can just ask.
Happy birthday, Shée.
Thanks, guys. Speaking of getting back on the plane, some dude's searching it.
Yep.
Yeah, some guy is searching the plane and he sees blood in the cockpit and he
Yeah,
fires
but
up a cigarette.
It's almost like the pilot was shot.
I didn't expect there to be blood here. This is his first day.
Blood, yeah, he immediately ruins the evidence by smoking around it.
Oh my god,
He touches it with his bare hands.
this is super gross. And he
Like,
leaves.
oh, I'm going to be fired.
Oh, and that's how the book ends.
The end.
Wow, what do we think of this?
I always like kicker books.
Our fifth
Always.
installment of Kickers. We've almost read half the series at this point. So yeah, Mike liked it. Shée, it sounds like you liked it.
Yeah.
You
Happy
did.
birthday, Shea.
Happy birthday, Shea. Yeah, you know what? This was an exciting issue of Kickers, more so than some of the other ones. We didn't even see their abandoned Kmart headquarters.
Nope, not this time.
Nope.
So no, I enjoyed it too. I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 commercial airline pilot announcements. Great. Okay. Great. No idea what that was. Okay, great. Thanks. Great.
That's more like a CTA announcement.
More like an alien.
Thanks for waking me up for that. Good. I've slept 3 hours in the past 2 days, but I'm glad I got to hear that.
That was a good
Love
Dennis
it.
Leary bit.
Oh, was it? Which one?
About the pilot waking him up.
Oh, is that a
Just
Dennis Leary bit?
talking random bullshit.
It's about time somebody ripped him off.
He's like, my friends call me Larry, and I'm a big fan of wrestling.
Yeah, what the? And it's all I was trying to sell you like a credit card too.
Yeah, that's what they're doing
Nobody's
now.
ever done that.
I'm sure that's a great fucking deal. I even have like people on the plane groan, and they're just like, come on.
Yeah, nobody ever does it.
We know
Nobody
this
ever
isn't to
fucking-
our benefit. You're not going to give us money.
And if I do want it, like I can get it when I'm at home and I can research it. Like I'm not going to just trust what I heard while I was on the plane. We're at a high altitude. I'm not getting enough oxygen to my brain.
It's like I always hate that when like they try to sell you something and they act like they're doing you a favor. It's like, suck my dick. I don't even
Well, I
care
mean-
if it is beneficial to me, just for how you put it.
It's good salesmanship, you know.
Yeah, fuck them.
Well, happy base day, Shea.
Yeah,
And
Happy birthday.
I think we successfully put another kickers in the bank there.
Yeah, we kicked
And,
another kickers.
We did kick it out of the park, and I think that means it's time for it's time to look at what we're gonna do next time.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, next time is a big one.
Yeah.
Next time,
Something.
it's. Am I the only one who knows what's next?
Dude,
I know.
we do the episodes so far in advance. It's like by the time I have no idea where we are. I have no idea what the date is going to be when they come out.
We
I
are
know.
doing. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say we're not doing it that far in advance. But anyway, Shea, what happens next time?
It's 250.
It's
Oh
250.
shit!
It is a big one.
250.
It's 250. We've done 249 episodes so far, and I don't have really anything special prepared for 250 because it's been a busy year. But we can always spin the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also not only is it Christmas, it's also a Batman episode.
All right, so Batman Christmas.
So we do. Well, it might be. So we made a
Did
wheel
we do
here.
Batman Christmas last year?
I guess we can see what we did last year. Let's.
Is
look
it
at
just
the-
always going to line up with that?
No, not necessarily. What did we do last year? Last
No,
year around
last
this
year
time.
was Spider-Man Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Spider-Man
you're
Christmas.
right.
This
Maybe
is-
two
this is-
Christmases ago was Batman.
Probably.
No, that was Lobo, wasn't it?
Oh, maybe
No,
you're
that was
right.
Christmas in July.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Christmas
James
in July.
messaged me earlier about Batman comics and Christmas comics, and I was just like, oh shit, I didn't look for either. And then I realized there's a whole Batman Christmas list
Right.
from this happening before.
We have about a dozen normal Batman issues, if such a thing exists, and then we've got a handful of Christmassy Batman issues. And I just put them all on the wheel. Is that what we're gonna do? And just
Sure.
maybe it'll be Christmassy, maybe it won't. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, we didn't. Normally, I would like to have like a whole special 250 plan, but honestly, things have been so busy. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just spin the wheel and let's read a crazy Batman adventure. We always have a good
Let's
time
do
with
it.
it.
Yeah.
So, of course, we always got to listen to a little spinning music, right? And, oh man, I got a good one this time. I think the only appropriate spinning song for such a big occasion would be the king of yacht rock himself, Christopher Cross, right? And this is from 1979. It's a song called Spinnin'.
Nice.
Whoa, whoa. That same album has Ride Like the Wind on it. It has maybe the national anthem of Yacht Rock Nation, Sailin'. You know, the theme song of all yacht rock, Sailin'. This is actually the least streamed song from this album on Spotify. That's how good this album is. Beautiful. So yeah, let's see what the big 250th episode is. Let's listen to a little Christopher Cross.
Happy birthday, Darkseid's Couch.
And it's gonna be... Okay.
All right, let's see.
So it says Batman issue 27, which is, I don't
be
believe,
anything.
a Christmas episode. It's an early one. It's a very early one from
Oh, it is a
1944.
Christmas one.
It is a Christmas one, and it says probably... Okay. No. Okay.
Oh, that's
No.
so amazing.
So the
No.
note
That is so amazing.
No.
I can't believe it.
The note that Mike wrote for this is probably super goofy. Let's make Batman talk like Hank Hill for the whole episode.
Why?
No.
I don't know why.
Why?
You did it. You picked this. Let's look at the cover.
When was this done?
I don't know, man. So this is a cover I've
Oh,
seen
hell yeah.
before. It is
it looks pretty generic.
Yeah, well, I mean, covers
Yeah, but
weren't
I'm
particularly
Santa.
dynamic. Yeah, there's Santa, and I'm Batman, and Shée is Robin because she's got the best legs.
That's perfect. The Twitch promo is done,
It's done.
already. I'll just make
It's-
James Batman and Shay's Robin, and I get to be Santa because I am.
This is probably 1,000 pages, so we're gonna have to.
Oh my God, it is. Oh, can we redo?
No,
Do we
what the
wanna
fuck?
redo?
This is perfect. It's Christmas. It's a Batman comic. It looks good.
What's the problem, Shée?
It looks really long and boring.
So
Well-
we'll just not read it, and then we'll just do what we do with kickers.
It's only 41 pages.
That's not bad, Shay.
It's not that bad.
That's not bad.
It is Christmassy.
It's perfect. What are you doing?
Okay.
I think it'll be okay, Shée. It'll be fun.
If it's not fun, I want it to be acknowledged. I get
Fine.
it. I told you so.
Fine. You. That's always going to be the case.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can always call it out
You
for
can
being
always
shit, Shée.
complain and like
Sure.
not like the book. That's part of what the show's about.
I didn't think we were holding back.
You've been holding back this whole time.
No, I'm saying I want, and I told you so. I want
You can
guys
always
to
I told
admit
you
it.
so. I'll
No, I
admit
want
it.
you guys to admit it.
Okay.
If it's bad, what if
if
it's
it's
not
bad?
bad though, and you just think so? Already, I'm looking at Robin's scaly bulge.
I think we got fairly lucky because there's some shit on that wheel. There's definitely a little bit of garbage on that wheel. There's Legends of the Dark Claw.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
know if
Which-
this is shit or not.
No,
we don't
this is gonna
know,
be good. This
but
is
I
gonna
think
be
if we
good.
were to respin, we might not. We might
Nope.
get something really bad.
Nope. I like this.
You know?
I'm willing to admit to Shay that she was right. If this is
Yeah.
unreadable, I'm willing to
Yeah.
admit it.
I'm willing to as well.
I was afraid it wasn't going to land on Christmas, to be honest.
So this is all. It's all going to work out beautifully. You got you on board, Shea?
No, I'm just looking forward to saying I told you so.
Okay, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I think this is going to go great. I think we're going to be very, very happy with this.
I'm already happy. I love Batman and Christmas, and I love birthdays. Happy birthday, Darkseid's Couch. Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday, Darkseid's Couch. Happy birthday, Shea.
Happy birthday, Shay, and Merry Christmas, Shay.
And Merry
Thanks.
Christmas to Shea.
Merry Christmas to you, James.
And Merry Christmas to you, Mike.
guys.
I love holidays.
You're a very festive person.
I love Halloween, and I like Thanksgiving, and I like Christmas.
You like getting invested with your loved ones and letting them know how you feel about them.
I do. I usually text everyone I know Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
it's-
do.
I look forward to
Yeah.
it all year.
Yeah. I go
Even
through
though
my
it-
phone. I just go through my phone while I'm sitting there with my dad while like sports are on TV, and I will text each and every individual
Nice.
person Merry Christmas.
Even though you could just make a group text and text
No.
everybody. But
James,
no.
it's the the
It's
effort.
the tradition. It's the
effort
tradition.
that matters.
Don't start a fucking group chain like that.
No, that's
Oh
garbage.
no, I want every rando just messaging back. with
I,
their
you know, when people put me on
stupid
group
gifs.
chats, I block their number.
It is pretty obnoxious. People gotta have better chat etiquette.
Or you're in like a meme group and they at everyone. Fuck you.
Not to be confused with a group Chad.
Yeah, which is me.
Which you do want to be involved in. No, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. And if it's shit, we'll call it out for shit. Whatever.
Well, for sure, of course.
We barely talk about the comics as it is. Who cares?
If anything, it'd be in our best interest if the book was really bad, because that would be great for episode 250.
I did not say bad. I said boring. I don't want that to be confused.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Mm-hmm. If it's not, we stop doing the show.
Yep, this is the last episode 250.
If that's what happens, that's what happens.
We did it.
Okay, I think we're done. Anybody got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
I'm always excited to watch my favorite football team, the New York Smashers, win the game.
Yeah, we got to do another kickers soon. Shée.
Can I give some plugs?
Oh,
Shit,
God
why do I
damn
always
it.
do this? I'm so bad at my job.
damn
I
it.
hate myself so much.
Shea, give us some plugs.
Yeah, go do it.
All
I'm going to
right.
take some of these muscle pills while you do that.
Well, listen to more episodes, even though James apparently doesn't want you to, using any podcast app you can think of, including Spotify and Apple Music. And find even more on darksidescouch.com. You can also follow us at Darksides Couch on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. And Darkside is spelled DARKSEID. And
S.
S. You're right. Sorry. Yes.
Apostrophe and an S.
I know how to spell the name of the show.
And then a
Well,
space.
I did say Darkside is spelled, but yes. Dark
Yeah,
Side.
And then there's a
Couch.
space, and then it's a C, and then it's an O,
OUCH.
U, and a C, another C,
And,
an H. You can use the same key, the same C key for both C's. You don't have you don't need two C's on your keyboard to spell couch. You can use the same-
Thank you for mansplaining typing.
Yes.
You can watch me stream stuff at Santa Hules on Twitch.
You got to spell out that.
Santa Hules?
Well, how do you
Santa?
spell Hules?
Hules.
Hules.
Hules. Santa Hules.
Wanatame. Hules. Wanatame.
All right. So now, does anybody have any final thoughts? Does Mike have a final thought again?
Make sure that your 50-year-old buddy is not playing football where he can get CTE.
Back on track. Shea.
Happy birthday, me!
Happy birthday, Shea.
Ta-ta for now, Cushion Crusaders, and happy birthday, Shea.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Delta Airlines Flight 2998.
Everybody sit down! Be quiet! You won't get hurt! Sit down! Shut up or be killed. Your choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid your in-flight entertainment program has been cancelled. The weapons being carried by my staff are real, so is their desire to use them if provoked. If you do as instructed, you will not be harmed. If you disobey or interfere with their activities, you will be shot.
What are we gonna do?
I am going to kick their asses.